Megamanx Legacy Collection.
Welcome back to Let's Play megamanx LC, the LP that brings the LC to your QFs. It's been a hot minute since I've played some megamanx, since I've done a recording session. That happens sometimes. I'll burn out on recording a series, and it's not entirely megamanx's fault. I mean, I played 4 megamanx games in a row, but at the time I was also playing a lot of a Mega Man fan game called Mega Man Rock and Roll, which is excellent. It's as good, if not better, than some of the classic Mega Man games. It's a game like in the vein of like Mega Man 1 through 6. It's that style of Mega Man game, and it's excellent. I thought it was absolutely terrific. But I played a lot of it, and by the end of that, like, I was like, oh, you know what? I think it's time to move on in life. It's time to not play Mega Man for a while. So that was months ago. I recorded Mega Man X 1 through 4, and here we are in 4 again. We have to play through at 0 this time. I have a recording of Mega Man X4 as 0, a really old Let's Play back from 2010-ish, perhaps? That's how old I am, and that's how old this game is, and that's how old this channel is. Like, we've all been around forever. It's actually my preference to play this game as 0. I think 0 is a lot more fun than X, just in general. So I was gonna. The thought at the time was, like, hey, we'll save the X4 as 0 run for the end of the X Legacy Collection series. It's like a little treat for myself before I have to go into the X Challenge mode, which I'm not looking forward to. Or I could just take several months off of recording. And whenever I do that, because usually I wait until the whole series is recorded before I begin uploading it to YouTube. That way I know like how many videos it's going to be. I can make all the thumbnails in advance. I can jump under the rock and get crushed, which is an essential part of any megamanx run, really, if you put your mind to it. But it'll, like, date the recording, because I often, in these... My goodness. I had to check the rocks for consistency. I had to make sure that the first crushing wasn't just a fluke. Actually, I think if you lose all your lives in X4, it starts you over at the midway point of the level if you've reached it. I think that's how it goes. But yeah, the first few videos of a series, if I take a few months of recording other stuff or working on other things in the interim, the first few videos in the series can end up rather dated, which can be silly. Like, I'll be talking about what's going on in my life, or what other games I'm playing, or current events, or whatever, during the session, and then you'll end up with a video that's has really dated references in it. Like, I don't know if that George Bush can get re-elected. That whippersnapper Bill Clinton, he's a snazzy guy. That's probably what I was talking about in the first few episodes of this series when I was recording it back in 1992. But anyway, this video today, as I'm recording this, is being recorded early in 2022. Actually, AGDQ is on right now. I've got it muted on my other computer, and it just happens to be a run that I'm not interested in watching at the moment. So I'm like, you know what? Record some megamanx, why not? Oh, that's right, you gotta hit this one in the face. Because 0 has this cheat saber that you can use on a lot of bosses, but not this one. This one you have to hit him in the face. I tried to get up and over that. It didn't work. Okay, so 0 is more fun, in my opinion, in Mega Man X4, and I think the only achievements I need to complete the game as 0, and I need to use all of his saber techniques. I don't know how you could play through the game and not use his saber techniques. That is a weird achievement to me. But we will use all of them, because you get one from each boss, and each boss is weak to one of them, typically. And I have my co-host here, Ice Cold Delicious Pepsi, in a bottle, the silent version of the co-host. So what else has happened since I recorded... What was the last X game? I must have been X3 I recorded last, wasn't it? So I'm actually playing this on a PS5 controller. I finally, after 10 months of work, finally got my PS5. I think I talked a lot about it in my Christmas video. If you haven't watched, I played Katamari Damacy for Christmas 2021. That video is there. You can go find it on my channel somewhere if you want to watch it. Who am I going to start with? I think you start with Dragoon, don't you? Yeah, you got to start with Dragoon if you want to get the hundo without revisiting stages, I think. It's actually not my preference to use a PC controller that is also in constant use as a console controller, because it got to constantly unplug and replug the controller into 2 different devices. It's not a super big deal, but the problem is the other controllers I have in my house are my PS4 controller and my Xbox One controller, and both of those controllers have what I now consider to be a design flaw, in that they use a USB-C connector, and I can't get my cable to make a good connection with them. I've been troubleshooting controller problems for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's been difficult. I kept having issues where my controller was dropping, and after tons of troubleshooting, I've determined that, yeah, it's not keeping a good connection. I don't want to go up here, right? I need to go up later, in the second part of the stage. The PS5 controller does not use a USB connection, and it plugs right in, and it hasn't falled out. Grammar coming at you. Hasn't fallen out. And I've done some test plays with some other Mega Man games, and it seems to be working just fine. Yeah, I can get that heart with that jump there. It's not going to be easy, but I know it's possible. Jump into the meteors. After you check all the crumbling blocks for consistency, you want to make sure you jump into all the meteors. They should have a tangy yet palpable. There we go. We might die against the boss here. Well, you can get to him in ride armor, but I don't have any compunctions of killing Magma Dragoon on my first try when I'm way out of practice in this game. I haven't played this game in... My goodness, when was the last time I played megamanx 4? Let's Racing Time did a race of it, and I played the GameCube version, and had lots of tech issues, as I recall. That might be the last time I played megamanx 4. As Zero. I mean, I played it as X just a few months ago when I recorded it. This is the only time I'm aware of in the Mega Man X series where you can fight the Maverick in ride armor. So we're gonna. And he's gonna use his Hadokens and his Shoryukens and... I'm gonna make sure to jump out of the ride armor before it blows up. Get out of the lava, Zero! Yeah, it's gonna blow up right now. Okay, so now I need to... cheat saber him to death. So there's a glitch in Mega Man X4 and 5 and 6, where when Zero swings his saber, he has a triple combo. If you push the button 3 times in succession, he does that HWAAH attack, right? That's his saber combo. Bosses are scripted to gain invincibility frames when they sustain damage. That is a Mega Man staple. That's been the case since Mega Man 1. The bosses are afforded some iframes, otherwise you could just completely destroy their entire health meter with a couple shots in seconds. They're afforded iframes to make sure you actually have to fight them. I think now I want to go to Webbity Spider. And I need the fire sword to get a heart piece in this level. I does believe. Okay. But that presents a problem with Zero's saber. Like that triple slash, that HWAAH feels really good against most monsters, but if the boss gained iframes against the first slash, it would be completely useless. You'd never be able to land the third sword slash, which is Zero's like bread and butter damage on the ground, right? That's that big crescent slash right in front of him. That's the big daddy. That's the one you want to see. So what they did is they made bosses only invincible to only gain iframes with the third slash. There's nothing in this room if you play Zero. Nothing at all. So if you only hit them with the first and second slashes, they never gain iframes. You can't really spam the first and second slashes, though. If you try, what ends up happening is your third slash comes out. Like, even if you time it. Like, that's as fast as you can go with the double slash. And it's just, that's not going to get you there, right? But, if you dash while the saber is out, it cancels the saber. So if you push the saber button and the dash button very, very quickly, alternately, in quick succession, you constantly cancel your saber into another saber, and you only get that first hit over and over and over, and the boss's health bar just melts. Like that. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but... And I didn't actually know that trick when I recorded this Let's Play in... What is it, 2010? I think I learned that subsequently. The problem is, it's very loud. Because I keep my saber button on with square on the PlayStation controller, so the left face button, and I keep my dash on the right bumper on the trigger. And those two buttons, they're hard to mash together, so I have to use my thumb and my index finger in kind of a back and forth rocking motion. That's the fire sword, by the way. And also, it hurts a little bit if you do it. If I do it too much, I could actually injure myself. Right now, I'm recovering from an injury. Believe it or not, a repetitive stress injury in my shoulder that I brought upon myself by spending many hours a day editing video. Resting my arm in a very particular position on the mouse pad. And my shoulder started hurting. Like, yep, that's a repetitive stress injury. So here's some muscle relaxants. And I'll be honest, I do generally feel more relaxed in the muscles. Do I have to go over there? Is that my... Why am I getting a text message? It's like 3 in the morning. That better be porn spam. Oh, it's gonna be here, right? No. Okay, well, it's apparent that I've forgotten where the heart tank is, so we're gonna go back and look for it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have to... I don't have a double jump yet. Maybe I can't... Maybe I can't get back. We're gonna have to kill ourselves, I think. Gonna have to... Oh, there we go. I made it. Never mind. We're good. I have to... Oh, I can't go back now. Okay. This is an interesting conundrum that I'm in. Brickroad, you should have done test play. Oh, look at this! It starts me well after the midpoint. Oh, I'm not out of lives. Okay. I see what's happened here. We are going to have to... So I wanted to get through the game without revisiting stages, but part of that means I had to remember where all the stuff is. And it's clear that I don't. So throw this life away. If we continue, we should be... Yeah, back at the beginning of the second half of the stage. It's not going to make us replay the first half. We call those accessibility options nowadays. Quality of life. But no, in one of these big blocks of wood, there is a heart tank. I'm relatively certain. And we'll eventually get a double jump, which will be... I mean, every game that has a double jump, like, the double jump is the best thing in the game. Word? And Zero does get one. Some X games he starts with it. In this X game, you gotta earn it. Kind of like X had to earn his dash in his very first game. So yeah, we gotta go over there, I think. Is that true? No, it must have been in here then. In one of these. Is there a way to check on the screen? I guess not. Did I pick it up and just miss it? I might have picked it up and just missed it. Oh, there it is. Come at it from this side. I got all turned around there. Anyway, Webbity Spider. We're coming up on him. I'm not gonna lie, I might need to take a mulligan in Cyber Peacock's stage as well. Because that's the one you have to speed run through, and I might not have the route in my brainstem. That's where I keep my routes. Oh, the run that I didn't care about watching in AGDQ is over. I hope they're not starting a run that I do care about watching, because I'm playing megamanx now. So I think Webbity Spider has a weakness. Because he's not going to be on the ground, so there's never going to be a chance where we can cheat Saber him. As far as I know. I don't know why I keep jumping into him like that. And I don't know if my fire is actually doing a lot to him. I thought this was his weakness. It's possible I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe it's X. He's weak to fire if you play as X. Alright, well, I've destroyed your bitrate now, thanks to YouTube compression, but beyond that, we have to worry about Webbity Spider. Maybe I don't want to use the fire. Maybe it's only fire if I'm playing as X. And there's residual memory in my brain from when I played as X a couple of months ago. Or I'm just drawing out the videos. Like, back in the day, I had to be good at this game to record it, back in 2010 or whatever it was. Because back then, YouTube videos could only be 11 minutes long. Remember that? Remember YouTube used to have time limits on videos? Now it's like the algorithm wants a video to be 20 minutes long. Like, 20 is preferred, I think. Maybe that's not true, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Wouldn't be the first time. Oop, I grabbed the wall instead of hitting him with my sword. Too slow. Oh, we sniped him right as he was going off screen. Nice. Sniped him with a sword. That's how you know the sword skills are real. Usually you have to snipe with, like, a rubber band launcher or something. Some kind of projectile weapon. I was not expecting to have problems with Web Spider today. I'm going to be honest. Well, I wasn't expecting to play megamanx 4 today. I kind of did this on a lark. I don't feel bad when I take a long break from recording a Let's Play. It's like, you guys don't know how long ago I recorded any given game. Except for those of you who can see through the camera mounted in my corner of my room right above my air conditioning unit, that you've got... One of you installed it, and you probably don't know that I know about it, but I do know about it. And I'm sure you shared the link to all the other viewers, and they all just watch me sit in here staring at walls 13 hours a day. Shoutouts to Eddie for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.